Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, I want to pop in and touch on this here because as I'm going through and kind of teaching the difference between men and women, because a lot of women don't understand that men and women are totally different. And that's hard to understand because a lot of times I always hear women project of like, oh, it's so easy to be faithful. And oh, I never once looked at another man while I'm in a relationship. And oh, men are so stupid. And is it really that hard to not look at another woman? Is it really that hard to be faithful? And just a lot of times it's a lot of ignorant projection and not understanding how different we are. And I remember, I believe it was the rapper Rick Ross that did a album or a song that said, God forgives, I don't. And when I seen that, I say, man, that is so true. And I'm here to tell you, I don't know if they say an elephant got good memory. I don't know what it is. But one thing that you got to understand when you go into a relationship as a woman, everything got to be airtight. Like my daddy always say, don't get mad if somebody hit you back harder after you hit them. And so a lot of women forgive. A woman may not forget, but women forgive. Like, how many women have been cheated on and stayed with that man? Like physically cheated. I ain't talking about emotional cheating. How many women have been cheated on and stayed with that man? Listen, I'm tell like right here. Listen. And now a man could stay for emotional cheating or like lying or stuff like that. We've all done that. But now physical cheating, it's gonna be a handful of men who stay after physical cheating. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably no different than why women stay. But when a man stays, nah, I'm gonna tell you the truth now. The number one reason that a man stay, no, it ain't. I ain't gonna say that. They all equal. They all equal. But I'm gonna tell you the three reasons a man stay. Number one, insecurity. Now I ain't gonna say number one. I'm gonna say one of the reasons, insecurity. The other reason is to get revenge. And this out the physical cheating now. The other reason, and this honestly the biggest reason that I honestly believe as a man, he gay. He gay. He in a man. Because I'm gonna tell you something right here. It's not naturally in a man. Like I've been married 19 years. If it come up to me, if it's brought up to me that while I've been married, my wife had sex with another man, now because that's all the way. That's intercourse. That's all the way in there. Gotta go. Gotta go. Give up the career and everything. Listen, give up. Walk away from a purpose. Listen, Lord, need you to switch my purpose, Lord. Lord, I got to do something else. No, I can't do this no more. No, I still could. I mean, the way the world is, I still be able to teach on love relationship. But that's just how to be. But one thing I'm gonna tell you though, listen to me. One thing I'm gonna tell you is men don't forgive. So if you claim to love your man, don't talk to that ex-boyfriend or that work husband on that text message. Don't get mad and say, "Oh, he cheated. I'ma cheat." you stayed. That's your fault. Leave. Because you go try to do the same thing he did. That's when you learn firsthand what a double standard is. Double standards is real. Double standards exist. You will be a prisoner to your past choices for the rest of your life. That man will never let it live. And when I say that man, I mean the majority. There are exceptions to the rule. There are going to be 10 emotionally intelligent men who could get cheated on and never bring it up again. It'll be 10 of them out there. Now, you got to remember, we got 7 billion and 9 billion people now. It's going to be 10 of them that'll never bring it up again. The rest of us, we bringing it up. We bringing it up. Relationship coaches, marriage, family therapists included. We bringing it up. You finna hear about it. And you're going to hear about it forever. And yes, should it be that way? Absolutely not. But this is what I try to remind y'all. You're not dealing with a robot that could be coded and trained. You're dealing with humans. And that's just human nature. And to be honest with you, even though women forgive more and women stay after being cheated on a lot more, women still do that. Women still bring it up. Women, that's what y'all did. I bet you was thinking about her. Is that what you said to her? Is that what you said about her? Now, one thing with my wife, when we was early on we was dating and stuff like that, leave my computer up, she get on Facebook, she see a message or something to a girl, just whatever it is, wasn't nothing crazy, wasn't nothing like, we had, nothing like that, but she'll mention it, she wouldn't bring it up. She one of them people to where she able to move forward. Like, she don't, for whatever reason, I don't know how she don't do it, and maybe because she get enough of it from me, she don't dwell in the past. And so that's why I say there are exceptions to the rule. There are some people who can do it. Most people can't. So you have to realize, if you're going to be in a relationship, you got to do everything right. If you don't want to be a prisoner to your bad choices as a woman. And you get the same right and same freedom to do him like that. It's just most of the time you're not going to do that just because you're different. You different. You want to move on. You want to let bygones be bygones, and you want to. Men are not like that. And so this one I'm gonna tell you, and that's why I tell people too. And I remember one time a lady got mad when I said, if I cheat on my wife, I'm gonna leave her because I refuse to live as a prisoner to my past mistakes. And the lady got mad. How dare you leave after you cheated? Hey, what? So you want somebody to cheat on you and stay? Like, why? So you could be reminded of it every day. So you got to look at them every day. Like, what sense do that make? But here's the thing. We as humans will get cheated on, and we will want somebody to stay because of our insecurity. When you love yourself, good riddance. Bye. Go on about your business. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be in the fetal position. You're gonna throw up. You're gonna be sick. You gonna lose 10 pounds from fasting because you ain't gonna be able to eat. You're gonna go through it, but when you love yourself, you want that ultimate respect. You don't want to stay in a situation where you got to be living in that. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like, we all go through. See, for me personally, I look at anything that happened in my relationship. I look at what role did I play. I look at, did I do something? It's a difference if you are being a perfect partner. So if I'm in a relationship and I'm dogging her out, cheating on her, abusing her, and then she steps out and she goes and deals with another man, and I find out, I can't be mad about that I mean, I could be mad, I could be hurt, but see, for me, I look at the antecedent behavior. I'll look at the provocation. And that's what I think a lot of people don't realize is they do something that leads to that other thing happening. And so, in fairness, that's what the man was saying who be in the green truck. He was saying if something sex ain't on the table or if sex ain't a priority or something, then cheating is. That's really what he was trying to say. He was trying to say, like, if you won't be intimate with me, you're going to open up temptation. You're going to open up for temptation to come in. He just said the wrong way and he put specific numbers on it. Like, I'm going to give you one time to have a headache. It just like, that's what messed him, shot himself in the foot. But what he was saying, it actually is part biblical when the Bible tells us as men and women in a marriage not to deny our body to our spouse, because that's what helps us stay out of sexual sin. And so that is a real thing. So it's like, as a woman, if the man is sexually active and you're not having sex with him, then he is going to be tempted to sleep with somebody else. That's not your fault. If you are abstaining until marriage and y'all not married, that's not your fault. And you shouldn't compromise your beliefs and your morals and your values for him. And you got to help him understand that. Now, if y'all are married, now you in sin, male or female. Now you in sin if you denying your partner love and affection, intercourse, if y'all can have that, whatever it is. Now you in sin because you denying them, you alienating them. And so now you're provoking them to go out and cheat. And that's what you got to realize and understand. So one of the things about this here is you got to be able to look and see, okay, did I do something to push this person to do this right here? Did they do something to push me to do that right there? Yes. We oftentimes say, like, oh, everybody is in control of themselves. Everybody's an adult. Everybody got a decision to make. And two things could be true at one time. That's why even the Bible tells the parent not to provoke the child, because it's letting you know, like, you play a role in this too. So yes, like, it was a lady I had to block the other day. She was talking, Tony, it's no reason ever that a man should hit a woman. We understand that a man has the choice to walk away, but you're dealing with a human. And there is a reason. If a woman hits a man, she can kill him. If a woman is hitting a man, and that's the thing, what you got to realize is, like, yes, a woman is a weaker vessel, but that doesn't mean a woman can't do damage. It's women who kill a man every day. That don't mean a woman can't do damage. So there is a time where a man has to defend himself, or he could lose his life. And that is a woman who has been beat on. And you have to separate your past and your trauma and your pain from the truth. You can't let what you've gone through shape and change everything, because that's what'll get you hurt, because you'll tell yourself that, hey, there's never a reason for a man to hit a woman. And so you'll go and hit your man, saying, because you have made yourself believe a man can never hit a woman. And then you find yourself on your back looking up at the stars because you told a lie to yourself. You're dealing with a man. You're dealing with a human. You will get hit because he's not a robot. He's not programmed. If you push him to that point, he's going to retaliate. There are men who won't retaliate, But that is a very rare man. That's a man who is so confident, who is so strong mentally, emotionally, spiritually. He knows his power. He knows who he is. Like, think about this. The boxer who is very deadly with his hands, Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, Adrian Broner, all of these guys have been accused of beating women, and they beat men for a living. They know how strong they are, and they still. And no, Floyd and Gervonta both for sure, because both of them have been arrested for it. I can't remember Adrian Broner, but I say that to say they know how strong they are, and they still put hands on one. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not preparing you for a fairy tale. I'm preparing you for life. I'm preparing you for the reality, the truth of this world, whether you like it or not. You don't like it, shut up. Stay out the comments, because it's people who do like it, and it's people who is learning and growing. This my channel. I'm going to say what need to be said. If you don't like it, it's an unsubscribe button for a reason. Stay out my comments, because ain't nothing changing over here. The truth is going forward every single day. That's what you got to be prepared for, because it's a lot of women that done lost their life because they daddy or they mama or somebody lied to them and told them you could do anything you want to do to a man and he can never put hands on you. And they dead because they was lied to. You better wake up and smell the Folgers in the morning. Folgers, send me a check. And this is another thing that I'm telling you. A lot of women want to get cheated on. They get cheated on, they stay, and they say that, oh, I'm going to cheat back, and then we'll be even. Then we can make up, have makeup sex, and then we can ride off into the sunset. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. It do not matter what that man did to you. If you don't like what he did to you, leave. Leave. He's not finna let you do the same thing back to him. You do the same thing back to him, you're never gonna live it down. And he finna get another lick, and it's finna be bigger and better. The lick gonna be harder than what you gave him. A man does not lose. You got to realize that. See, men built for war. Men is built for war. Men is launching bombs right now and killing people by the hundreds in Iran right now. That's what men built for. That's what men do. It's guys right now that's hitting the button and laughing, having a good time. Oh, here goes some more. There's some men that's like that. I'm not like that. Nah. I'm not finna. I'm not. I ain't going nobody to war. I ain't gonna bother nobody. Ain't bother me directly. Now you come bother my family. Oh yeah, I'm finna put you in your grave. But all that right there, I ain't finna fight the president war. That what you want to do? Go right ahead. Sit me in prison. I ain't going over to fight for you, man. Them people ain't did nothing to me. Them people ain't bothered me. Not now time. I'm not finna go over there and take nobody's life. I gotta answer to God for that. Cause they ain't in our land. We ain't supposed to be over there. You over there minding somebody else's business. God gave them that land. That they land. Like, let them people have their oil. Let them people have their resources, man. Like, get what you get. Don't pitch a fit. Dig in Texas. Get your own oil. It's like, what are we doing? And it bringing damnation on us. Now our whole economy suffering. I'm up here with Dayton. He trying to sponsor events. The events could barely sell tickets. Ain't nobody got no money. They doing events that probably used to sell out, man. The events barely could sell tickets. The event planners, they asking me to post it. I'm like, my people already know about Destiny. So it's like me posting it. Why am I paying you if I'm posting it to my people to come out to pay for a ticket to come out to your event? But that's the nature of it. That's the nature of the business right there. Like, nobody got no money. People trying to do stuff, and it's hard to do stuff consistently because what you did last month, you might can't do this month because people money that went down. Look at your bank account right now. My point exactly. It's like, hey, and so, but that's a result us over there minding somebody else's business, us over there taking people's life. It's like what you reap what you sow. And so that's what you got to realize. The same thing is in a relationship. So it's like you have to have your boundaries and your standards. And you can't live in a relationship getting revenge, because the grace that you gave ain't gonna be the grace you receive. If you a woman watching this, you're not gonna receive the grace that you gave. He could cheat on you and you chose to forgive. You cheat on him, he's not going to forgive you. You might as well pack it up and leave. Otherwise, you're gonna live in a prison and you're gonna hear about what you did for the rest of your life. And you're gonna have to deal with that for the rest of your life. The only way you're gonna get past that is you're gonna have to be sucking thing and with your legs open every day, and probably up to 2-3 times a day. That's probably the only thing that's gonna take his mind off of it and help him heal. And some women do that. But is that a life to live? You gotta ask yourself that. Is that a life to live? So sometimes you got to take your lumps and walk. You got to chalk it up. You got to say, okay, we tried. This ain't work out. It's time to move on. Like, he cheated on me, I cheated on him. You got to move on, because that forgiveness that you waiting on and what you want, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you, you'll be hearing about the same thing 8 years later, 10 years later. The same conversation will be coming up. And the reason why that is because men and women are created differently. You got to understand, this is innate. Like, this ain't even conditioning. This innate. Like, men are like this out the gate. So, and that's where a lot of people don't think about the design, the grand design from the creator. God made women to be more forgiving and malleable and flexible because God made men. God knew that men would cheat, that a lot of men would cheat until they are renewed by Christ. God knows that. God knows that a man will go to war and die. God knows that a man will go out in the street and die. God knows that men will take chances, risk, and gamble that will cost us our freedom and or our life. And so if a woman was not able to heal and heal fast, every woman would be suicidal. But women bury their husbands every day. Women bury their sons every day. And they get up and they keep walking. They keep moving. We rarely see a woman lose a family member and become an alcoholic or a drug addict. We see that all the time with men. Men are, unfortunately, because I'm a man, but I just report live. Like, I just report live and I don't take sides. But men are not as resilient as women. Men are not as emotionally intelligent as women. I heard a battle rapper say one time, a taste of my own medicine might kill me. And what it means is I could cheat on her and I'm cool. Like, I'm living through it. I'm begging for forgiveness. She forgive me, I move on. She cheat on me and I'm suicidal. That's what that means. Taste of my own medicine might kill me. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. Like, it's very, very real out here. Like, it's not what you think it is. So you have to decide if so I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you know that you're going to be ready to cheat, leave. If you know you finna cheat, if you know you ain't got what it take to be faithful, you ready to go, leave. Y'all, let me post this Instagram real quick. And I done seen, you know, a lot of women try to get away with what a man get away with. Y'all forgive me. One of my NBA players wrote me. Y'all sorry about that. Lot going on right now. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. Let me and so what you got to realize and understand is that I can't remember what I was just saying right before this because I had to pause and come back. So I'll reiterate is men and women are not the same. And you're not going to be able to get away with. And this is not, and a lot of times people think that when I'm explaining something, that I'm excusing something. And you got to understand the difference between an excuse and an explanation. And you also got to understand the difference between somebody condoning something and somebody clarifying something. And so what I'm telling you is the reality. What's understood doesn't need to be explained, as the saying goes. But we already know that there's a double standard. Should there be a double standard? No. Will there always be a double standard? Yes. There has always been. When you read the Bible and you see the Bible, you see men all throughout the Bible. You probably could count on one or two hands how many women named like that's really highlighted. I ain't talking about like in the genealogy and all of that. But even the genealogy, they mostly just list out the men names. And so even from the Bible, what the atheists and stuff call a sexist book and all of that. And in the Bible where it say a woman shouldn't be preaching, that she need to be in the church and she need to sit down and listen. And a lot of people have contention with that. A lot of people don't like that. But we're going to talk about that as well and kind of where that come from and why, how we see that to be showing up in the truth when a woman is online talking as much as a man, and how we rarely see women who are in the public eye, preaching and teaching, have successful relationships because of the dynamic between men and women. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And that's the reality of it. And we're not going to be able to change it by ourselves. And it's never going to change worldwide. It could change for your situation. God can grace your relationship to where the man could cheat, the woman could cheat, and y'all still work out and y'all move on with love. God can grace y'all, but that's not going to be this blanket prescription that happens for everybody. A woman can be a pastor and have a husband who supports her and they receive grace if God sees fit, but that ain't gonna be across the board. I know a woman, happens to be a white woman, which is kind of ironic because we assume that white men are like so passive and supportive and give their woman the soft life and will always be there and always do this and that. But I just saw a white man that I met who I felt was a really nice guy divorce his hardworking, public facing, front facing boss woman and blew me away. When she called me and told me that, I'm like, wow, that's deep. Like, but I also know as a man, I wouldn't want my woman to be in the public eye talking and like doing a lot of stuff like that just because you want to be able to shield the darts. Like as a man, you really don't want your woman out there being berated and talked about and have to go back and forth in the comments and having to put so much time and energy because although a woman is emotionally intelligent or resilient, that that's her just being persistent. That's her pushing through. But women are very emotional. And just because you can push past it don't mean you're not pushing past it while boohoo crying. Don't mean you're not pushing past it with tears in your eyes. And it's like, yes, you tough because you have to be tough. You tough because you forced to be tough, but that don't mean you don't want to lay down and quit. That don't mean you're not in a fetal position before you decide to stand up and walk. And a lot of people don't realize that. I realize that though. And I see how the comments affect me. I see how the comments affect my son, because we both out there in the public eye. And my wife don't get comments, and when she does get a comment or two, like it bother her, like, and she have to go off on somebody, or I mean, one comment she going off on you, and then she got to do a follow-up video, telling you, checking on her TikTok. She didn't have to do that, and she don't like comments. She don't want nobody in her space. And I'm like, baby, it's the World Wide Web. Like, you can't get on TikTok and just think it's finna be your friends and family. I'm like, it's finna be people who follow me, and some women who like me, some women who wish they was in your position, gonna come over there and comment and say stuff. And so she played a little prank on me, and she showed me the prank before she posted it. And I was like, I don't care about that. And it was like things my husband and I have had in our butt. Me, nothing. She was like, my husband. And then it got me answering her question, which was, what tools would you use on a job site? And I'm like, a nail, a hammer, or this and that. How about my mama seen it and thought it was real? I say, what in the world, mama? Who have you been dealing with? I know not my daddy. Like, what? Where did you think, Tony, your wife shouldn't have posted that? That's your private business. I'm like, what? Woman, you think I done put a hammer up my mind? You think I done put a nail and a saw up my mind? A rake? I say, mama, what are you talking about? That's not real. That was a prank. She showed me the prank before she posted it. I let her post it because I didn't think nobody would be dumb enough to believe that. I was like, what in the world are you texting me about right now? And then, but all of the older women, my mama's 62 or 60, something like that. So it was another older woman, probably in her late 50s. I would never post this about a man of God. And so it's like people so religious and all of that. And so that's why men don't really, like, real men, protective men, don't like women that's out there doing a lot of talking. We don't care about you being seen for your talent, but we don't want to have that extra responsibility and feeling every single day. Cause see, for me, if somebody say something about my wife, I feel like killing. Like, and that's not a good feeling. That's not a feeling you want to feel every day. That's not a feeling. And to be honest with you, I just don't know if I would be able to deal with it. Like, I don't know if I would be able to not put hands on a man or take his life if he said something in the comments and then I happen to see him in person in regards to my wife. And that's just a real honest, true thing. And so a lot of times people think that it's just, oh, a man want to suppress a woman, but we are protectors. Like good men, it's just natural. It's an innate feeling. Like we are protectors. And so that's what I want you to realize and understand and get that in your spirit. So this the thing is, it may not seem or sound fair, but I believe that this is the realities that shake up the world to where a woman can have respect, honor, dignity, and could claim and command and demand those things in a relationship. But never should a woman feel like her and a man are the same. Like a man gonna think like you, move like you, see the world like you, ideate like you, rationalize like you, like never feel like you are the same as a man. And what you have to seek to learn is those differences, and learn the differences between the strengths and the weaknesses. Know where you as a woman are strong at, and know where the man is strong at. Know where you are weak at, know where the man is weak at. And so once you get to that place to where you have that knowing, that understanding, now you're able to move differently and navigate this here world differently. And that's gonna help you and protect you. And so it's so many women who are just misinformed, and they come to this place and they like, oh, if a man could do it, I could do it. And it's just not the same. I remember I cheated on a girl in college, and she went out and cheated back, and it came out. And then when it came out, she just thought we was even. So I'm like, I'm out of here. Ooh, I don't know what you talking about. Oh no. And like she was blowed by that. And it was like, no, sister. It was a white girl, not a black girl. I'm out of here. No. So I hadn't cheated, and I didn't really think we was all that serious. And so I had to, dealt with some other young ladies, and she went and slept with other black guys on my football team. So that was like a huge mo violation there. I'm like, what the world? Like, child, don't go. And she really thought like, oh no, and what she told me, she was like, my roommate told me, if he can do it, you can do it. If guys could do it, then we could do it too. All right, well, you better be single with your roommate. But it's a double standard, and find out the hard way. And so the thing what you have to do, if your man cheat, you either decide to leave, you can leave, you can leave, or you stay and you forgive. But if you cheat back, and so the only time you cheat back, and this was why I don't recommend cheating back, because you don't know how he gonna react. So you have to ask yourself before you cheat as a woman, and a man need to ask himself the same thing, but men don't ask themselves that. And I just seen a man just got killed by his woman for cheating. And the sister looked like she'll kill. She looked like the sister who had them plaits on her head in the movie Friday. And I'm like, why would you cheat on a woman who plait her hair like that? Like, that don't make no sense, bro. Like, you see this woman that been through a struggle to walk around what we call dookie braids, to walk around with her hair like that, to come out the house with her hair like that, and be in that mud shop with her hair like that, not no ponytail, dookie braids. But you should have known not to play with her. Boy, you crazy, boy. And then look what happened with what y'all told me about Lorena Bobbitt, or whatever her name was, cut the man thing off for what he, I don't know, because what he did to her or something he had and did to her, something she had and went through. And then he figured he gonna do that right there, nipped and tucked. And so that's what you have. So that's what humans don't think about. You have a freedom. You have freedom of choice, but you don't have freedom of consequence. You don't have freedom of consequence. And that's what has to be understood. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. But once we, y'all forgive me, let me get this. Hey, so y'all forgive me. Had a lot going on right now, a lot of texts and all that, doing business and stuff, and clients and destiny. But this is it's a harsh reality. But I want you to know it so that you could protect yourself. And you got to ask yourself, like, a lot of times we don't do that. And I've talked to women and they'll be like, he cheated on me, then I cheated on him. And then they'll be like, and he just can't get over it. He just can't forget it. He's still bringing it up. It was 8 years ago. He's still bringing it up. Why I did it, why I did that. But he ain't thinking about why he did that. And that's the thing, is you're not the same. And the women be like, I ain't bringing his up. I ain't something. You're not the same. And so a man brain is wired totally different. And it's never, ever worth it, because you don't know if you cheating back is going to get you killed. So if you're not cheating back because you want some D, you're not cheating back because you just absolutely need to. You cheating back because you feel like the relationship is over, you feel like the relationship is dead, or because you want your lick back. Both of those is bad reasons. If the relationship is over and is dead, then leave. Because this is life and death. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I'm not talking about your feelings. I'm not talking about what's fair and what's not fair. Relationships is love and war. It's life and death. Love and war is life and death. And that's what you got to realize and understand. So get that in your mind. Get that right there in your spirit. Know and understand. It's real. It is real. It's real. But hey, this Tony Gaston. God bless you. And we'll talk to him. Set your notification for the next video. Right now, in between my sessions, I lighten up my session a little bit. So expect 2 videos a day. So you see this one in the morning or whatever, noon Eastern, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, whatever. Expect another one by 9, 10 p.m. Eastern. God bless you. Keep your head up. All the important links in the description. Singles, make sure you get on the wait list of DestinyApp.com. Get on over there. Get on that good waiting list. Also, boys summer program, we still building. Thank y'all for the support. It's been a few of y'all who have supported us. It means more than you know. We got Nashville, Tennessee, and Chicago, Illinois coming up in July, back-to-back weeks. So it is going to cost me a fortune. And so I appreciate your love and support, especially those of y'all who, don't have children yet or haven't adopted yet. And you helping me raise these boys. It's me and you. I thank you so much for that help. It means more than you know. One-on-one session link is in the description as well. Had gone back up closer to my normal rate. I'm not all the way there yet, so it's still $100 discount on that mymentor.life link. But get that if you need it, and we'll talk soon.